prior to its initiation to the Performance Governance System, or PGS, the Philippine National Police was already implementing a 10-year Integrated Transformation Program, ITP, which started in 2005. The PNP ITP was the organization's roadmap towards long-lasting reforms aimed at addressing organizational dysfunctions and improving the quality of police services, strengthening law enforcement capabilities, and enhancing the welfare and benefits of PNP personnel and their dependents. Building on the initial gains and milestones achieved by the PNP ITP during its 5-year implementation, the PGS became the strategy implementation tool of the PNP ITP. In adopting the PGS, the organization has retooled the PNP's transformation efforts in more measurable and quantifiable forms, revolving around the issues of performance, leadership, resources, operating systems, and organizational culture. The PGS also provided a tool in ensuring the continuity of change and transformation by giving the PNP a firm grip on the roadmap that is simple, strategic, and long-term. With President Aquino's commitment to transparency, accountability, efficiency, and rule of law, as well as the whole-nation approach to national security, the PNP's Peace and Order Agenda for Transformation and Upholding of the Rule of Law Patrol Plan 2030 is attuned with the President's program thrust under the Philippine Development Plan.
Nais nating umiral sa kapulisan ang isang kultura kung saan hindi lamang sila tumatanggi sa suhol, kundi pinoposasa nila ang sino man magtatangkang suhulan sila dahil mulat silang hindi matutumbasan ng anumang halaga ang tiwala ng taong bayan. Ito rin ang nais ni Juan at Juana de la Cruz, ang gumising araw-araw ng walang pangamba at mapayapang makapamuhay kasama ng kanyang pamilya. Dahil tiwala siyang may mamang pulis na nagbabantay sa kanyang seguridad sa lahat ng oras.
The PNP can help make the Philippines become more competitive by contributing to a safer place to live, work, and do business in the country as we continue to fulfill our mandate to enforce the law, prevent and control crimes, maintain peace and order, and ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. On July 3, 2009, the Chief PNP and 5 other heads of national government agencies were tasked to institutionalize the PGS in their respective agencies with the assistance of the Development Academy of the Philippines and the Institute for Solidarity in Asia. The PNP was chosen for the PGS due to the ITP that was already in place. Furthermore, the PNP has direct contact with citizens, and any governance breakthrough would immediately have a positive impact on the community. The PGS has 2 major components: the roadmap and scorecard. The strategy map is a systematic representation of what the PNP will do to attain its vision, while the scorecard is the means to monitor progress towards the vision. The PNP had been officially granted the compliance status, the second of the 4-stage PGS pathway. After satisfying the requirements of formulating the government's charter statement with strategy map and scorecard, aligning budget and human resources to the vision and strategy, formation of Multi-Sectoral Governance Council, MSGC, that will act as an oversight body with members representing oversight agencies, the private sector, and key stakeholders. The National Advisory Group for Police Transformation and Development was organized to support the PNP in the successful implementation and monitoring of the Pnp Patrol Plan 2030, composed of high-profile personalities from government agencies, business sector, the academe, and community who are known for their integrity, probity, and leadership. Activation of an Office of Strategy Management, the establishment of an effective monitoring and feedback mechanism under the newly activated Center for Police Strategy Management, and cascading of vision and strategy to PNP units. The Pnp Patrol Plan 2030 was cascaded down to all police regional offices. That resulted in the formulation of PRO scorecards and PPO and CPO dashboards. A similar cascading workshop is also being conducted to the command group, personal staff, and national support units. The cascading aims to align the PNP units and personnel with the organizational strategy and resources to ensure the broadest ownership and successful dissemination and implementation of the Patrol Plan 2030. The roadmap of the PNP, a graphical and logical representation of what the PNP will do to attain its vision. The linking and interconnection of the objective says that the PNP needs first to optimize the use of available financial and logistical resources, which in turn will produce the objectives on learning and growth perspective of developing competent, motivated, and values-oriented personnel who will help develop a responsive police organization. The process excellence perspective pushes the PNP to excel on its critical internal processes of crime prevention and control and community safety awareness through community-oriented and rights-based policing. Finally, the community perspective drives the PNP to the desired outcome of the people to have a safer place to live, work, and do business. The governance scorecard shows how these strategic objectives will be attained. Under each objective, key performance indicators were identified with corresponding targets that set how the PNP will be gauged. As a result of the cascading workshop and the breakthroughs brought about by the Pnp Patrol Plan 2030, the PNP was awarded the Governance Trailblazer Seal by the National Competitiveness Council and the Institute for Solidarity in Asia for outstanding progress in its unwavering commitment to reform the police organization during a public governance forum held at the PICC CCP complex on March 30, 2012. As the PNP continues its journey towards genuine transformation and to achieve the proficiency status, the third level of certification under the PGS, there is a need to cascade the Pnp Patrol Plan 2030 further down to 1,723 municipal and city police stations and the development of 140,000 personnel scorecards. The PNP has launched an intensive and comprehensive information campaign to all its internal and external stakeholders through the Communications Patrol Plan 2030 by engaging leaders at all levels during the cascading process, ensuring the buy-in of the Pnp Patrol Plan 2030. For the external stakeholders, the PNP will launch public information and advocacy activities to create awareness and promote understanding. The ePGS will also be launched for the automation of the scorecard infrastructure and assist the CPSM in gathering, monitoring, and analyzing data. The ePGS can help create a discipline of scorecard implementation and increase accountability in the organization. The PNP will also continuously work on organizing the regional advisory groups and the regional CPSMs, collating best practices for replication, establishing assessment centers, creating the PNP Information Highway for the income-generating programs, engaging other stakeholders for the capability enhancement projects, replicating public-private partnership projects. The PNP's transformation is our shared commitment. It will be our legacy, not only to the PNP, but also to our country and our children.